Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier here. Looking at today's team preview, it looks like black and white 1, standard sand with a Keldeo. That's literally what it is. I mean, you got the Skarm, you got the Jirachi, you got the physical offensive Landorus, you got the Srsly for rain teams, and then you got a Keldeo. So, there's that on my opponent's side. Threats, probably the Jirachi and Keldeo, considering they're threatening, and maybe if it's Nasty Pass Srsly. I haven't seen that a lot lately, ever since Gator posted that video with Nasty Pass Srsly that almost beat him, and then he came up with a follow-up video of Nasty Pass. I've been seeing it everywhere. But if that Srsly is Nasty Pass indeed, it will be a threat to my team. Looking at my team, it is a vicious Rainstall team that I stole from an RMT like maybe 5 or 6 months ago. I've just never used it and posted it on the channel. Physically defensive Srsly with Perish Song, physically defensive Toad, physically defensive Tentacruel, physically defensive Ferrothorn, Trickscar Fladios, and specially defensive Jirachi. Looking at his team, I'm just going to lead off with Rachi, because I'm predicting T-Tar, I can get off an Iron Head. He actually leads with Skarm. So turn 1, I'm just going to drop a Thunder on him, get the Para, and that is beautiful, because he just set us up. He sets up a Spike on my side of the field, and I'm going to use this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rock, because I know he's going to probably switch out. It allows me to go for an Iron Head, do a ton to his Tyranitar. I noticed it's only turn 4, and he already has 2 hazards up on the field, so I'm going out to Tentacruel to get him the hell out of here, as he doubles out into his Srsly. And this could have been a little bit scary. I mean, he could have hit me with a Psychic, or really done some big damage to me as I Rapid Spin, and then I realized he's Nasty Plot. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why I outsped. That's a huge problem. Please don't pass as I go out into my Ferrothorn, and he Baton Passes. I'm like, well, shoot. I was predicting, like, you have to play the threat, right? You have to play it as if it's a Nasty Plot Srsly, but no, it's Nasty Pass. And on top of that, I missed the Power Whip as he Rock. But look at this Landorus! Who would not get swept by this Landorus? Apparently, he's not carrying HP Ice because he just chooses not to go for it against my Srsly, and this allows me to get off a Perish Song. Then he goes for the HP Ice. I'm like, dude, you could have swept me if you went for HP Ice against Srsly, but whatever. I will take it. I'm gonna go into Politoed, knowing that he's gonna want to get off a hit with Landorus. I'm gonna go for Protect, and on this turn, I'm gonna go for Scald, I'm gonna switch out into my Srsly. Predicting him to go out to Jirachi, but it doesn't happen. He goes out into T-Tar as I just go for the Recover on my Srsly. Thought I was trapped, but no. I'm just physically defensive Srsly. I can now go for the Perish Song, meaning that he is going to have to switch out eventually, and he won't be pursuit trapping me all day. This is going to allow me to get back up to full as I go for a Recover as he switches out into his Skarmory. And ladies and gentlemen, not good news. He already has his rocks back up somehow. How did that even happen? And now he's gonna get up a Spike. So obviously, I'm gonna go out to my Politoed because that makes sense, right? No, but I wanted to get the rain back up because if I switch out into Tentacruel, get more hazards on me, and then try to spin, I'm just not gonna be getting health back, and it's just gonna be bad news all over the place. Anyway, he sets up another Spike, and this is going to allow me to get off the free Rapid Spin as he just brings back in his Tyranitar. Do you see a pattern yet? It's only turn 18. 2 things on my team have died because of Nasty Pass Srsly, but other than that, it has been back and forth action. Just standard OU. Things switching into things, Tyranitar setting up Stealth Rock, not getting burned by Scalds. Happens all the time. Speaking of happening all the time, it happens again here, and he's just gonna crunch me, and it's gonna do, like, a lot, and it wouldn't have done that much if I got the burn. Hint, hint. Gonna go for it a 3rd time. Seriously, can I get the burn? Thank you, I finally got the burn. I'm still gonna die to sand, but at least now the Tentacruel, the Tyranitar, is basically dead to rocks, which means I can bring in Politoed. I win the Weather War on the spot. Even though he can save Tyranitar, it's not going to do him any good, so I can Scald, get off a decent amount of damage on the Srsly. I wouldn't mind the burn, just because it would put a little bit of damage on him while he's Nastying and then Passying, but I'm going to predict the Nasty or the Pasty, and I'm going to go for the Encore. What am I saying? I'm going to go for the Toxic, predicting anything on his team to come in except for Skarm. But he makes a beautiful play, sacks the T-Tar, and that allows him to get a free switch into Keldeo. Luckily, his T-Tar is dead, and I still have a Srsly at full HP, which means Keldeo's not going to be a problem. I'm going to go for the Psychic. Unfortunately, he brings in his own Srsly, and this is a problem once again because he's going to Nasty Plot. Luckily, I can get off the Perish Song while he's still in here, which means he's going to have to pass the Perish Song along with him into this Landorus. Upon which I land a Psychic, and with only 2 turns remaining on this Perish song, I'm going to hopefully recover up. Yes, I do. Knowing that Landers is very weak this turn, I doubt he is going to switch out, but I could not risk it. I had to switch out to Politoed, and quite honestly, it's the most worthless thing on my team. I didn't really want Celebi being really weak, because he still has a Keldeo. Anyway, looking at his team, I know Terrakions likely going to come in, and thankfully he predicted my Celebi coming in, and that just allows me to get off a huge Iron Head. I could have Thundered, but I really didn't want to have to rely on the Para, and I knew big damage would be better. I go for the Thunder this time in case he wants to switch into Keldeo to take it, but I'm left at 16 HP. I mean, what can I really do here? I'm going to switch out into my Celebi because I know I can take a hit and force out the Keldeo. And that is exactly what's going to happen. He brings in the Skarmory, and I'm a good player. No, I'm not. But seriously, it was a pretty obvious switch. It was my only chance to win, doubling right back into Jirachi, setting up a Wish as he goes for a Spike. Weird looking play now, but it is a good play. Let me tell you that. Because with that Spike, me getting back up to full health here, well, close to full. In comes Keldeo. As soon as I click the switch, I'm like, wait, no, that was stupid. In the rain, especially after the extra Spike damage now, that Hydro Pump's a clean to a KO, like, very clean to a KO, goddamn. As soon as I switched, I realized I made a mistake, but I really couldn't do anything about it at that point. I should have stayed in and tried to Thunder and take the hit, and I mean, look at it now. How am I ever going to win this battle? Jirachi can Paraflinch, but he's not going to be able to Paraflinch a physically defensive Celebi, right? No. So I'm just going to set up a Wish, predicting to have to take a +2 Hydro Pump and Rain from the incoming Keldeo. Luckily, I get an Iron Head flinch, and I'm just going to keep going. Jirachi is doing work. I mean, in the chat, we had already agreed, like, good game, and you made a couple good plays that really won you the battle. I couldn't really do anything. I was helpless. And now I'm just sitting here clicking Iron Head, waiting for me to lose, waiting for him to break through and for me to lose, but it's not happening. He finally breaks through and recovers. But Jirachi, ladies and gentlemen, Jirachi is not having any of this. Jirachi is putting me on its own back. I was gonna say his, but it's genderless. Jirachi's basically putting me on his back and saying, don't worry, you made a few bad plays, but I'm gonna carry you through the rest of this game. Don't you worry, physically defensive Celebi is no match for my head. And the Paralalalalalysis on his body at the moment. No, he gets the Para on the last turn. You can't break through. Jirachi, the god of all that is evil in the OU metagame. He misses a Hydro. I land the Thunder, get the Para as well, and do I finish off the game with another Thunder? No, I go for the flinch because I'm an asshole. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. I should not have won. He won the game on like turn 30. He deserved to win the game. And Jirachi is just a stupid little piece of poo that lets unskilled players come back and win games. Obviously, that's how OU works right now. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. Luckily, by me narrating until 5 a.m. in the morning, you guys have had content all week. I am still narrating this on Sunday, April 29th. So I hope you enjoyed the regular upload schedule thing that I had going on this week, and expect more of it, because it was actually kind of fun staying up all night and narrating all the battles I had saved up for the last little bit. But I'm rambling, like, not even about the battle tonight, or this video. I'm not even rambling about the battle. I'm just rambling about life in general. Speaking of life, I'm very tired, so that's a thing. But back to the Jirachi. Jirachi, you're crazy. Like, I would never, ever be able to get this amount of hacks again. I mean, you can try. You could literally go out and try to get yourself a video of Jirachi getting more hacks than this, but I think that was like 15 turns in a row or something of para hacks and Iron Head flinching. You don't just see that every day. Like, Jirachi literally para-flinched a physically defensive Celebi to death. From full. Like, what? I'm done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And, I will see you next time. I've been uploading a lot of OU this week, so expect some lower tiers and hopefully some live narrations. Cough, maybe with Keo. Cough. Good night to all, and to all a good sleep.